Hey everyone, welcome back to my BL series review corner. This is trailer review part 1. Today, we're diving deep into ABO Desire the series episode 16, and trust me, this one is pure emotion wrapped in luxury, longing, and love. In this episode, the spotlight shines brightly on Huayong and Sheng Xiaoyu, who are not only navigating their complicated relationship as Alpha and Omega, but also learning how to care for their unborn child, their little son Peanut, growing quietly in Xiaoyu's stomach. This episode is more tender, grounded, and emotionally charged than any before it. It feels like a calm after the storm, a chapter that allows us to see both of them not as powerful figures in the business world, but as soon-to-be parents filled with worry, affection, and unspoken fears. Episode 16 reminds us that love in this series is not just about passion and dominance. It's also about nurturing, patience, and learning how to be gentle in a world that teaches them to be strong. The episode opens with Sheng Xiaoyu waking up late. It's already 1 in the afternoon. The fatigue of his pregnancy lingers, and although he feels better, his body still aches slightly. Huayong, ever the careful and attentive partner, has been reminding him every day how dangerous it can be to get up suddenly, especially with the blood pressure changes pregnancy brings. This tiny detail shows us how deeply Huayong cares. He may be known to the outside world as a cold, calculating business genius, but when it comes to Sheng Xiaoyu and Peanut, he's patient and protective. Xiaoyu, for once, listens. He opens his eyes, takes a few moments to breathe, and then slowly sits up, not because he's weak, but because he knows he's no longer alone. Inside him is a small life that ties him and Huayong together in the most intimate way possible. This marks a huge shift for Xiaoyu, who has always been known for his independence and pride. Now, he's letting someone care for him. As the day goes on, we see a softer domestic moment between them. Huayong has already laid out Xiaoyu's clothes for a tea party at 2 o'clock. Everything is ironed perfectly: the suit, the tie, the shirt. Huayong's aesthetic sense is flawless, but it's the thoughtfulness that really stands out. He knows what Xiaoyu likes: comfortable yet elegant clothes that reflect his quiet authority. Then comes one of the most charming moments of the episode. Huayong walks up from behind, wraps his arms around Xiaoyu's waist, and kisses the back of his neck. He whispers, "Mr. Sheng is so handsome." The tenderness in his voice cuts through all the walls Xiaoyu has built around himself. It's small gestures like this that remind us why their chemistry feels so powerful. It's not about dominance or control here, it's about genuine affection, admiration, and care. But of course, being who they are, things can never stay completely peaceful. Xiaoyu casually asks if his father has spoken to Huayong that morning. Huayong, honest as ever, says yes. They met and had a long talk about business comparisons between X Group and North Super Holdings. But when Xiaoyu teasingly asks him to speak human language, Huayong admits that Xiaoyu's father is the kind of man who truly understands business. Xiaoyu immediately reacts with cynicism, calling his father a snob who values money and power above all else. Huayong, however, responds calmly and even says he admires that kind of focus. And this is where Huayong's brilliance shows. He understands people. He knows how to turn what Xiaoyu sees as coldness into strength. Huayong says, "I have both a career and money. This way, your father has no reason not to like me." That line is both funny and heartfelt. It shows how determined he is to be accepted by Xiaoyu's world, not through manipulation, but by proving that he's worthy. Xiaoyu laughs, calling him optimistic. Huayong admits he has always been that way, confessing that ever since he was 8 years old, he had imagined marrying Xiaoyu. That revelation catches us off guard. It turns out Huayong's love has deep roots. He's loved Xiaoyu for most of his life, preparing himself, molding himself, and dreaming of the day they could finally be together. Their playful teasing continues until the topic turns to Peanut. When Xiaoyu asks, "What about Peanut?" Huayong replies without hesitation, "That's Mr. Sheng's child." When Xiaoyu challenges him, asking if he has no share in that, Huayong explains gently, "I only like Mr. Sheng, that's why there are peanuts. So, I will like peanut very much." It's such a simple but beautiful answer, showing that Huayong's love is pure, unconditional, and rooted entirely in his feelings for Xiaoyu. Then comes a deeper moment. Huayong mentions that he's already written a will, leaving all his wealth to Xiaoyu and their child. It's his way of proving that his love is valuable. But Xiaoyu reacts with frustration, saying he doesn't need Huayong's money. The tension in this scene is striking. It's not really about the money, but about what love means to both of them. For Huayong, love is shown through action, through sacrifice and security. For Xiaoyu, love should not need conditions or material proof. Yet, even through this disagreement, there's warmth. They understand each other too well. The most moving part of this episode, however, is when the scene flashes back to Huayong's past. We learn that the powerful, fearless man who commands an empire once couldn't cry. He even went to an ophthalmologist to find out why. The doctor told him his eyes were fine, but Huayong explained that he wanted to learn to cry because the person he loved, Xiaoyu, liked omegas who were gentle, emotional, and expressive. Imagine that, a man as powerful as Huayong, willing to learn how to cry just to make himself worthy of the person he loves. He practiced vulnerability, not for manipulation, but because he wanted to meet Xiaoyu's emotional needs. This revelation changes everything we thought we knew about Huayong. Beneath his cold and confident exterior lies someone deeply human, someone who believes that even pain can be overcome if it means getting closer to the one you love. In that flashback, we see Huayong tell the doctor, "There is no insurmountable pain in this world. Except for things that violate objective laws, everything can be resolved." But when he speaks of Xiaoyu, his voice softens. He admits quietly, "When I miss him but can't get close to him, I feel pain." That line alone captures the entire essence of his character: strength built on longing, power built on love. The episode closes on a hauntingly beautiful note. Huayong says, "If I don't learn to cry, I may never be able to hug him in my life." It's such a perfect way to end this chapter because it ties together his emotional struggle, his transformation, and his pure devotion to Xiaoyu. In episode 16, ABO Desire, the series delivers one of its most emotionally rich and character-driven moments. Huayong and Xiaoyu's love is not just romantic, it's transformative. They are both learning how to be vulnerable, how to protect their little family, and how to redefine strength. Huayong's determination to care for Xiaoyu and Peanut shows that even the most powerful people can be soft when love is real. As a viewer, it's impossible not to feel touched by the way this episode portrays the growing intimacy. From domestic tenderness to heartfelt confessions, everything feels genuine and earned. Episode 16 is more than just a continuation of their romance, it's a quiet celebration of love's power to heal, change, and create life, both literally and emotionally.